In the previous class, we started with liberalization. We already know the meaning of liberalization. It is to free the economy from the restrictions imposed by the government, right? After 1990, the policy of liberalization was followed by the government. As a result, many restrictions were removed from many areas or many sectors of the economy. We have already done the liberalization in the industrial sector, where we said that the policy of delicensing was followed, the reservation for the public sector, reservation for the small scale industries were removed, and the private sector was allowed to determine the prices for the goods and services themselves. So we are going to continue with the liberalization, and we are going to now talk about the liberalization of the tax structure, or which is also known as the tax reforms or fiscal policy reforms. Right now, if you look at the liberalization of the tax structure, there are two kinds of taxes in India, that is indirect and direct taxes. Before 1990, the procedure for paying the taxes was very, very complex, and also the tax rate was very, very high. As a result, it led to evasion of taxes. What is tax evasion? Like, that means many people did not pay the taxes. Now, if people do not pay the taxes, then it is a loss to the government revenue, right? So after liberalization, or for the liberalization of the tax structure, the government did three main things. What did it do immediately after 1990? It reduced the tax rate for both direct as well as indirect taxes. Okay, it made the procedure for making the payment easier, and lately GST has been introduced with an aim of having a common market for all goods and services, right? These three main steps have been taken up since 1990 to liberalize the fiscal policy, or to liberalize the tax structure in India, right? Then next we look at the financial sector reforms. Okay, now financial sector, or liberalizing the banking sector, as we call it. Now, what exactly is the financial sector? Financial sector is a sector that deals with finance. This includes the stock market, the banks, financial institutions, etc. Now, let's look at what reforms were taken. The first important step was that there was a shift in the role of the RBI. The RBI's role was shifted from that of a regulator to the facilitator. Okay, what is the regulator? रेगुलेटर बेसिकली मीन्स कंट्रोलर. पंखे का रेगुलेटर हमने देखा है ना, जो कंट्रोल करता है पंखे की स्पीड को. तो रेगुलेटर इज़ एनीबडी हु इज़ अ कंट्रोलर. नाउ बिफोर 1990, the RBI controlled the banks, the commercial banks, in a very strict manner. In so much so that the RBI क्या है? Reserve Bank of India used to determine the rate of interest which the banks could charge on the loans which they would give, and also the rate of interest of the deposits which were made by the public, right? Now, this has been removed after 1990. The banks can themselves decide what rate of interest to be charged on the loans and what rate it should give on the deposits, right? So there has been a shift in the role of RBI from a regulator to the facilitator. Okay, then private sector has been allowed to enter into the financial sector of India, right? Many private banks have been opened. The foreign investment has been increased. Was initially increased up to 50%. Now this has also been removed, and totally, large number of foreign banks like Hong Kong Bank, Royal Bank of Scotland, etc., they have come into Indian market, right? Also, many FIIs क्या है? Foreign institutional investors have entered into the market. Foreign institutional investors क्या है? These are institutions that invest in the financial sector, जैसे कि merchant bankers, pension funds, mutual funds, right? They take, they collect money from the public and invest in the stock market, and they give you a return. Okay, that those are foreign foreign institutional investors. They have been allowed to enter. Okay, so these were the three main reforms which were taken in the financial sector. Now let's look at the foreign exchange reforms, right? We know that the biggest problem before 1990 was depletion in the foreign exchange रिजर्व्स. ठीक है, जो भारत का फॉरेन करेंसीज थी, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व्स थे, वो इतने कम हो गए थे कि भारत के पास 2 वीक्स के इंपोर्ट भी पेमेंट करने के भी पैसे नहीं थे, राइट? सो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज सेक्टर was liberalized after 1990 to make it more efficient. सबसे पहले क्या किया गया? डीवैल्यूएशन की गई. डिवैल्यूएशन का क्या मतलब है? इट इज़ द डिक्रीज इन द वैल्यू ऑफ इंडियन रुपी इन टर्म्स ऑफ डॉलर्स और एनी अदर फॉरेन करेंसी. इससे क्या हुआ? इससे ये हुआ कि इससे हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स को बढ़ावा मिला और फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व्स क्या हो गए? बढ़ गए. क्यों? क्योंकि जब हमारा देश एक्सपोर्ट करता है तो उसको पेमेंट मिलती है फॉरेन करेंसी में या फॉरेन एक्सचेंज के रूप में. तो जिसके कारण फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व्स जो है वो बढ़ाने के लिए डिवैल्यूएशन की गई. दूसरा क्या किया गया? फ्री मार्केट डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट. बिफोर 1990 the foreign exchange rate was fixed by the central bank and the central government, but after 1990 the foreign exchange rate was fixed not by these agencies but were fixed by the market forces of demand and supply, right? हमने 11th में किया है कैसे एक गुड का, एक कमोडिटी का प्राइस कैसे डिटर्मिन होता है? उसकी मार्केट डिमांड और मार्केट सप्लाई के इंटरसेक्शन पे. उसी तरह फॉरेन करेंसी का जो रेट है विच इज़ वो कहलाता है फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट, वो अब कैसे डिटर्मिन होने लगा? बाय द मार्केट फोर्सेस ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई of foreign currency. Okay, this is known as flexible exchange rate system. This was followed after 1990, right? We will talk about this in greater detail when we come to macroeconomics, right? Then there was also liberalization done in the foreign trade sector. Foreign trade and investment sector also went through lot of changes and they were liberalized, right? क्या किया गया? पहले 1990 से पहले मैंने जैसे आपको पहले बताया कि क्या था, 1990 से पहले there was a policy of import substitution in which tariff, which is the tax on imported goods, and quotas were used. Quotas क्या थे? Quantitative restrictions on imports and exports were put, right? Now this made the domestic industry very 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 protective, and they had no encouragement to improve the quality of their product, so the Indian products remained inefficient, right? तो अब इसी इनएफिशिएंसी को रिमूव करने के लिए तो इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म्स और लिबरलाइजेशन लॉन्च की गई थी. So after 1990 steps were taken to liberalize the foreign trade and investment sector. In the foreign trade sector, the tariffs, the rate of tariffs were reduced. Okay, tariff is a rate of is a tax on imported goods. Now this tariff rate was reduced so that the Indian goods, the Indian companies could face competition from foreign companies. The quotas, that is the quantitative restrictions, were removed. Okay, there was removal of licensing. Before 1990, if you wanted to import something, you had to take a license. Now this licensing has been removed, except for environmentally hazardous substances. You do not require license from the government to import any good. And most importantly, the removal of export duties, right? पहले जो एक्सपोर्ट करते थे उस पर भी एक्सपोर्टर्स को टैक्स देना पड़ता था. ठीक है, now these export duties have been removed by the government. This was done to encourage the exporters. So there has been a shift from the government policy from import substitution towards export promotion. This was basically done so that we could have enough foreign exchange reserves, right? So this is the end of liberalization. We have done that liberalization was done in various sectors of the economy. Mainly it was done in the industrial sector, in the tax structure, in the financial sector, foreign exchange rate sector, and also in the foreign trade and investment sector. Thank you.